Hello and welcome to marketing91.com. In this video, we are going to cover the topic on Kanban. Before we proceed any further, please do note that we publish 3 marketing videos daily on YouTube. So please don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Let's start with the definition of Kanban. A technique of workflow management that determines, enhances and directs the facilities that provide knowledge work is called Kanban. It helps you continuously improve with visualization of your work and improving productivity. What is Kanban? A visual system that helps administer work is called Kanban. The work happening under the process along with the process itself is visualized by it. The main aim of Kanban is to determine the potential bottlenecks in the procedure and improve upon them. Its aim is the smooth execution of the workflow. Originating from manufacturing, it later became a territory claimed by agile software development teams. Why is it called Kanban? In Japanese, Kanban literally translates to visual signal. For Kanban teams, every work item is represented as a separate card on the board. From Japanese, Kanban is translated as billboard or signboard. The picture here indicates the original Kanban system used by Toyota. Elements of a Kanban board. David Anderson established that Kanban boards can be broken down into 5 components: visual signals, columns, work in progress limits, a commitment point, and a delivery point. Moving forward, Kanban versus Scrum. A nimble process that helps companies fulfill their business values in very little time is known as Scrum. Software development work is administered with the visual Kanban system. Competence improves with Kanban as it encourages constant productiveness and improvement. The focus of Kanban is on dashboards, whereas Scrum focuses on backlogs. Scrum helps people solve problems. Kanban motivates leadership and responsibility sharing between everyone. On the other hand, Scrum allows iterations based on fixed time frames. The duration for every iteration varies. Scrum is ideal for projects whose priorities keep changing, whereas Kanban is apt for teams whose priorities do not usually shift over time. Next, principles of Kanban. First, visualize what you do today. Workflow. Viewing all items as contextual to each other proves to be very educational. Next, limit the amount of work in progress. This prevents team in the flow-based approach from taking up more work than they can handle. Next, enhance flow. Finished items are checked off and the next priority to do item from the backlog is displayed to execute. Next, continuous improvement. The Kanban system supports constant improvement. Teams can gauge their effectiveness by carefully examining the quality lead times, tracking flow, etc. with the help of Kanban. Moving on to advantages of Kanban. First, Kanban identifies the workflow bottlenecks. Certain columns get cramped with tasks once Kanban boards are built and filled with cards. Bottlenecks in the workflow can be identified through this and addressed appropriately. Example, teams get an idea of the probable scale of tasks which helps them execute them on priority. Next, the same wavelength for everyone. Every task on the whiteboard is visualized by Kanban. Hence, Kanban boards can turn into the main source of information. A level of transparency is created in the process since every task is evident and does not vanish. The status of all tasks and projects can be tracked by all team members. Next, a more receptive team. Instead of just forcing goods in the market, Kanban was designed to meet the real-time demands of consumers. The constantly changing needs of the customer and knowledge work can be met with the help of Kanban. It helps the team to nimble, adjust according to shifting priorities, changing their focus or restructure. Next, Kanban improves adaptability. Any team in the Kanban, from HR to R&D, can use Kanban given its basic principles. It encourages team members to see gradual developmental change and constantly keep improving. Next, it is receptive to change. Kanban is most useful when priority keeps changing constantly. Counteracting the demand with the throughput enables companies to constantly work on their consumer-centric features. Next, encourages working together to finish tasks. The key benefit of Kanban is that it drives the team members to focus on ongoing tasks and finish them. In addition to encouraging teams to work together to finish tasks on the list, limiting work in progress also prevents members from being distracted by multitasking and context switching. And finally, Kanban examples. First, software development Kanban board. The main goal here is to produce features, fix bugs, and resolve issues. Next, a sales pipeline. The main goal here is to get leads and close sales deals. Third, product design board. This Kanban board helps facilitate collaboration between product managers and designers for prioritizing and designing features. And finally, a real-life example that is witnessed by consumers when you go to any McDonald's outlet. These television screens, which gives them indication of the orders to be delivered to customers, is the best possible example of a Kanban board. So that's it, folks. This brings an end to the topic on Kanban. These are some of the sources and links referred to for the content in the video. If you've liked the video, do subscribe to our channel where we publish 3 marketing videos daily. Additionally, if you want to view these videos in an organized manner, you can visit freecourses.net, where all our videos are arranged in the form of courses. Thank you and see you in the next video.